Got a principal on your gift list? Well, here are 8 ideas and one no. That's what we're talking about today. Hi, this is Frank Buck, and this is the place to be if you want to get organized and make it look easy. If you've followed me for very long, you know that I was a school administrator for many years. And over those years, I received many gifts from students and adults alike that I cherish to today. So I have some experience with being on the receiving end of gifts. 4 years ago, my friend Vicki Davis had me on her podcast, and we talked about this idea of what to get the principal for Christmas. I thought it was time to bring those ideas back. And by the way, if you're in education and you don't already know about Vicki Davis, come over to her site, coolcatteacher.com. So let's get started with what not to get the principal. I'm wearing a Christmas tie, and it's a neat gift for the principal. I mean, after all, he wears a tie every day. It's Christmas. Let's get him a Christmas tie. Won't that be a novel idea? So I have this tie and another Christmas tie and another one and four more and five more. In fact, I could wear a different Christmas tie every day from Thanksgiving to Christmas and not wear them all. In fact, I'd actually have to start about Halloween. So, number one, don't give the Christmas tie. But let's start with number one idea that's a good idea, something made by the students. When I was a principal, in second grade one year, every child made their own chapter books. The books were about the school, and the chapter names were the same for each child. But within each chapter, the children composed their own stories, typed them on the computer, drew the pictures, and then the teachers laminated and bound their books for them. Well, chapter 8 was called The Man in Charge. That was me. I didn't know about it. But before the teachers bound the books, they made a good, clear copy of everyone's chapter 8 and bound them together in one book. And their combined chapter 8s became a gift for me. And many years later, I still have that one. So as I flip through for every child in second grade, there was their story that they had illustrated. Let's see, here's one who drew a fairly, I guess that's a pretty accurate picture of me. Does have a tie on that says Dr. Buck is a good principal. He talks nice to the teachers. Dr. Buck has a big dog. Absolutely. Yes, yes. And so one from every child in second grade, something I cherish to today. So, number one idea, something made by students. Number two, to kind of keep in the spirit of things that are made instead of things that are bought, baked goods. But don't bring them now, not during December. Make a homemade gift certificate that you can sort of give to the principal to redeem later in the year at a time of his or her choosing. You see, in December, there's food everywhere. The problem is there's just not enough flat surfaces for all the cakes and cookies that parents and vendors bring by during December. But in March and April, the cupboards are bare. So if the principal has that gift certificate to redeem later, that principal will enjoy every morsel of what you make. Okay, number three, if you know me very well, you know I'm going to be talking about tech at some point. So, idea number three is a gift certificate for an Evernote subscription. I can't talk enough about Evernote. I used the free one for a long time, but there's all the difference in the world in that and a paid version. So if you are already an Evernote user with a paid account, in other words, that you would have a credit card on file with Evernote, you can go into your own account summary in Evernote and look for a link for gift to a friend. Here you can purchase a year of Evernote for the principal. Not a bad thing at all. We all need that place to keep that reference information that we want to have from everywhere. Number four is along the same lines, but the same concept for a digital task manager. Everybody needs a place to put all of the things that we have to do and put them in that one place, a dedicated task manager. I use Remember the Milk. If you go to rememberthemilk.com/gift, you can purchase a pro account for someone else, and all of the details are on that page. You can do that even if you don't have a Remember the Milk account. Number 5 is better tools. Think about your principal and what he or she carries around with them all the time. Like if there's this laptop that the principal always carries under his or her arm, but the laptop sleeve has, seen its better days. What about a nice leather sleeve that the principal would be proud of? I've got this one at Levenger's. Um, and it's something that you're proud to carry into meetings, carry around with you. Ditto for, say, a paper journal. If your principal uses a paper journal, but it's kind of like a spiral notebook and sort of raggedy, maybe invest in a nice paper journal, leather cover that would look really professional in meetings. What do you think? Number 6, think about a hobby that the principal has that has absolutely nothing to do with school, and then get the principal something related to that hobby. So you might need to call somebody who's sort of in that arena to ask them what sorts of things are the latest and greatest in that particular area, something that the principal might not have yet. Number 7, who's your principal's favorite author? Who's that person they're always talking about? Well, get a copy of the author's latest book and somehow get that author to autograph it. And if possible, go a step further and write a really nice message in it that sort of makes it sound like they actually know your principal. You could contact the author through Twitter or their website and see what possibilities are there. And if the author is speaking at a convention or conference and you're able to meet up with them there, an easy thing to do is secure a copy of the book, stop them in the hallway, and ask them to write a little something in the book. And if you already have a suggestion written out for them, it makes it a lot easier, makes it a lot quicker. Your principal would love it. And number 8, our final tip, if your principal has as much gray hair as I do and near the end of their career, think about something that's going to help that principal leave a legacy. It might be if there's a brick project going on right now where out front of the school people are able to buy bricks that are inscribed to honor, remember other people. Well, then buy a nice big one to honor the principal and include the dates when the principal started there through their last year as the principal. Or commission a portrait that's going to hang in the school forever, or name something in the principal's honor. It might be the gymnasium, it might be the front office. If the principal also taught at that school before becoming principal, perhaps name that particular classroom where the principal taught in his or her honor. All kind of ideas there, so that when that principal is no longer at that school, the memory will live on. So there are 8 ideas, and none of them involve a Christmas tie. Now, I have a question for you. What have I left out that you can suggest? Come over to the blog post at frankbuck.org and leave a comment, and or click on the video, and while you're watching the video, leave a comment over on YouTube. Thanks so much for spending your time with me today. And if this video has brought you joy, how about liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already? We just went over 1,000 subscribers a few weeks ago, and I'd love to see the channel grow and for YouTube to really start picking us up in the algorithm and suggesting our videos for others to see. And hey, if you liked this video, I bet you'll like these two right over here that I have for you. This has been Frank Buck, helping you get organized and make it look easy.